could've made this shit.
I'm about a bag. I'ma go and pop for the cash. It's a fast life, baby. You're and I'm living fast. I'm about a bag. It's a steak up here, your stash. All black in the whip, 4 sticks and all mad. I'm about a bag.
Alright, so I finally got this thing situated in here. It's not the best circumstances for sure, but whatever. Working with what we got here. Place I'm renting right now just got this little garage shop thing, but in order to get that up high enough, I had to cock it in there sideways, so it's in between the little supports that they got there. I'm gonna be taking the wheel bearings off, hopefully. It's just a lot of doing, so I'm gonna pop all these off. Bobcat here fucking rounded most of these out for sure. I mean, you can see they probably weren't using the right size on these and just kind of fucking gave her hell. Most of them anyways. So I took this in last year to the Bobcat dealership here. Seals were leaking. I'll have to get a video of that. But seals were leaking real bad. They started on one job and it just kind of went 1, 2, and then both the back ones started to leak real slow. I took it, they replaced the seals, they never checked the bearings. So, I mean, I hardly ran it. Maybe like 40 hours later, blowing oil all over on another job. So, call them, said they're gonna check it. Took it in, they never checked the bearings in the first place. So that was, you know, they didn't say it was their fault until I was asked, but it was their fault. They didn't check, they didn't do what they're supposed to do. So they just went ahead and gave me a price that was, you know, triple what the original quote was. So I had to haggle with them and give me the money back for the seal job. And then, you know, that was originally, I want to say they charged me $1,500-$1,600, which the damn seal is $20, and it doesn't look very hard to change. It's whatever. So I'm gonna try to do it myself so I don't have to take it back to them. As a small business owner, I guess you just gotta eat it up and do things yourself sometimes, you know. So be the fun part. I've done the service on this thing, but I've never had to fix anything on it, so that's a little different than a car for sure. So in order to get down in the chain case, I gotta take all this apart. There's 3 of these plates. Stuff. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but I don't know if anybody's ever, you know, changed oil or hydraulic fluid or anything. When it gets on your hands and the stench just kind of stays there, like no matter how much you scrub them. Look how much play that has. You're gonna tell me they didn't even have to check it. They could have just, when they took the wheel off, when they were messing with the hub, they should have known right away. Either that or these motherfuckers ain't torqued down. I don't know what they did. These take like a 600-pound torque rating or something like that for something high, but man. All right, so I got that back plate off. I'm just gonna make sure that none of the trash fell in here or whatever did fall in here. That oil actually doesn't look bad though. Like, I don't know, lighting in here is probably pretty garbage and I'm pretty shaky, but you know, to be honest with you, I'm not sure if this has ever been taken off. So this gasket's still here, which from what I've read, they don't even have these gaskets anymore. Everyone's kind of putting silicone down for it. So maybe clean that up. All right, so I busted that loose. Breaker bar, extra support. Gonna leave it loose, get a jack, and try to pop the hub off. They say you just want to loosen this up so that, I guess this has so much force that it'll fly off just like anything else. Hub's off. Now we gotta pop the bolt inside. And it's the one we're after. Big one right in the center. Yeah, here. So we're gonna pop that loose, let the sprocket drop, and then pray to God it goes well. That's all we could do, man. All right, now I'm seeing on the video he said you want to buy a wrench extender that kind of slips onto the arm there, so you can get some extra leverage. But yeah, I couldn't find one locally, so yeah, I almost gave myself a hernia. Just now, so now I gotta find something that uses like a breaker bar on that thing. I don't know. We ain't got no wrench extenders out here, but we got concrete screeds, so I don't know. This might work, maybe. I don't know. The bearing looks pretty roasted. Let's see if the phone will focus on there. So I mean, yeah, there's kind of hard to tell, huh? But you can see that is sludge. I mean that bearing looks pretty blown out. I'm just saying. That's crazy. Thankfully, it looks like it didn't fuck anything up, but on the axle, because those axles are about $500 a shot. All right, so I'm really not gonna record this because I got music going, trying to get into my flow here. But inner race on this axle's knocked out, and I already knocked the outer race of the other one out. I bought this bar at Harbor Freight. It's just an Icon. I think it's 60-inch bar. I put it all the way through the other axle and beat the race out, just kind of putting it, lodged into the bottom, lodged into the top. It worked great for the inner one too. So I'm just gonna swap sides over there, and you just catch the lip on the outside of that, and I'll beat them out this way. So all right, so I just cleaned this up a little bit with some steel wool, but this, we don't know what that is. But I mean, for the most part, it's okay. There is a little bit of rust going on up in there. I sprayed some brake cleaner down in there and stuffed a rag through it a couple times and got it cleaned up pretty well. I got to do the other side, but I think it's gonna be all right, hopefully. All right, so I put it in the vise. I'm gonna take this key off, pop the seal off, and then see how I'm gonna go about busting this bearing off. This bearing definitely, the inner ones were in a lot better shape. These outer ones are toast. All right, so I got the axle just kind of cleaned up. The guy that I watched on YouTube, he put the bearings to heat up, so I'm heating them up in some oil right now, and then supposedly it'll be pretty close to, falling on there. Fingers crossed. But one at a time, I'll get the bearing on there. I got the races in there the way that he did it. I got 2 more in the cooler sitting on dry ice. I think because of this rough spot that's here, it got kind of stuck, but it went in all right for the most part. I just kind of put it in there seated with the slowly with the punch and the hammer. So gonna try to get that bearing on here and then go from there. All right, so I'm putting the bearings in oil. I just did one and it slid on fine. I'm just checking the temperature with this. He said about 250 degrees. I got the last one up to 260. And it slid right on. So I'm gonna let this one heat up now, and then I will show you guys. Hopefully it goes on the next one as easy. All right, so I'm gonna take the oil out since I got everything apart, and it's probably due anyhow. I just got a cheap $8 pump from Harbor Freight. I tried to use our electric one, but you know, it was down there and it was sucking all the garbage up. I got like half a gallon out and then it got all clogged up, and I don't want to be dealing with that. So I'll just pump it out by hand. It's gonna take a while, but whatever. Alright, well, I got all the oil out, getting all that gunk out the bottom. It was pretty bad. 20 years in there, buddy. I doubt they ever changed it. So those are up. I was just tightening up the bolts to kind of suck the bearings up in there. I definitely give credit to how I did it for doing that one person, because I have no idea how he managed to do that. We struggled horrifically between two people, to be honest with you. It's kind of hard to get them lined up, but we got them in there, got them started. I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten everything up real quick, and then probably try to get that seal on tonight so everything's kind of closed up. All right, seal's in. It went in further than I wanted it to, for sure. I hit this end and it just went and flew in, but I don't know. If it starts to leak, I'm gonna know why. But anyways, put the keyway in here real quick. Okay, I'll get the hub on. Probably check the hub real quick. Wipe it all down again. Damn, I got a mess. Anyways, trying to keep everything clean. I'm filthy right now, but trying. Oh, look at that. And he said this bolt's like 600 to 800 foot-pounds of torque, so I don't know. I don't got a torque wrench for that, so I'm finna put the Impacto on it real quick. So that's as tight as it's gonna get by hand. Hopefully be done tomorrow. I gotta fill the chain case back up. I put some oil on the bearings on this side. Just gonna dump the buckets in tomorrow and make sure I get some over the sprockets and the inner bearing, and kind of move the machine around with the jack side to side and probably get everything wet in there. Go from there. Hopefully they hold up.
What up? Your boy just got here, put in a hard 12 hours worth of work. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do another 6. Right now with my boy. Ya te la sabes, we're out here watching los... I don't know what the hell they're called, but...
The Food Sun.
So today we're gonna do our
Food Network. You know, the dude when he put the seal on this one said, not my problem today. You know, I thought the bearing, I thought the bearing. Look, he said, damn, that looks like a problem for next time.
Showmall came out. Bitch just fell apart. Damn. Yeah? Pieces of metal.
All I'm saying is when he took this apart, you ain't gonna tell me you didn't see nothing up in there.
That shit didn't happen overnight. I'll tell you that much.
Here's your Bobcat.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, on the
They're probably gonna be the reason I just go with a different machine next time. Honestly,
Just saying.
just because of the local dealer fucking.
And look out here, if you got a Bobcat, only Bobcat will work on it. You got, what else is there?
Boda
Cat. Ain't no one else gonna touch that shit.
Nah, they don't want to touch it. They just want to work on their own shit. There ain't no one. Maybe ain't no one working on machines.
Yeah, let me tell you, I'm gonna be working on machines myself. Get on myself, little pendejo, wey. I don't even know what the fuck. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying is true.
Didn't I tell you about that one time I needed forks before I bought my forks?
No.
And I called them and they said they're 1,100 brand new. And I was like, well, shit, man, you guys don't got nothing out the rental fleet. You'll sell me on the low, something beat up. They don't need to be pretty. They just need to work. Let me talk to my guy. The guy calls me. Hey, man, you looking for some forks? I got a used set. I'll sell you. He's like, they ain't pretty. I was like, they ain't got to be pretty. They just need to work. Yeah, man, I'll throw you a smoking deal. He's like, if you want to come pick them up today, I'll give them you for $1,300. And I was like, $1,300, motherfucker. I was like, your guy just told me that they were $1,100. Oh, price changes, man. COVID, you know how it is. And I was like, that was just 2 days ago, motherfucker. What you mean price changes?
My boy gonna wake up tomorrow morning. Bobcat's gonna be on the ground. Check this shit out. check my boy out.
Shit, 3-wheeler over here. I don't know why.
I don't know.
The balance point on it just
The concrete's all fucking unlevel. Might have put my
shit
my nigga poured it himself. I guess I don't know. No.
So this is the axle that was leaking the most. All the wheels were starting to get to this point, but this one was the worst. And I was on one job, ran for maybe 20 minutes. Got the back plate. I put the front plate on. As you can see, I put some, what is it called? RTV? Is that what it's called? RTV. The gasket maker down. This. Did it on that one too. I'm just going to slide that back plate in. Bolt it up. I refilled this up with about 9 gallons until it was up to the drain plug. And it was 10W30, some stuff I just got from Tractor Supply. So it does take quite a bit. I just dumped, I used the small gallon, dumped it over the bearings, make sure they got some oil, and I'm gonna seal it back up, move it around a little bit, should be good. Everything's put back together. Just washed it, that's water. I went ahead and changed the case drain filters too. The only thing really is when they put them on, they kind of blew out a couple of them threads. So that's one. And this side was the worst. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna have to freaking replace 5 of the lugs because they're just all threaded out. So just kind of washed it a little bit. It needs a good washing, but I just need to get it ready for the next couple days at least. I'm gonna grease it and then hopefully get the job done and then bring it back and get it all polished up.
I'm about a bag. I'ma go and pop for the cash. It's a fast life, baby. You're and I'm living fast. I'm about a bag. There's a steak up here, your stash. All black in the whip, 4 sticks and all mad. I'm about a bag.